Welcome to Chi Yoga with Kamala. This is part 2 of a 2-part series. This is the dynamic asana sequence. We also do some static fixed asanas, but this class does not include a warm-up because we covered that very thoroughly in part 1. So if you haven't watched part 1 yet, I highly recommend that you do that because, as I mentioned in that video, the body really likes to open up in a particular sequence. So we don't want to skip steps because we want to have a very healthy, safe asana practice. Please check that out and then come back to this one, and I'm sure you're going to have a much more satisfying experience. Thank you so much. Namaste. Okay, welcome to part 2, which is going to be the dynamic asana portion of the class. So we're going to go back to the foot of our mat because we're going to start from where we left off last time. We're going to do one more of these. Inhale, take it to an arch, swan dive forward. We take 3 bends. And then we're going to walk the hands forward. So just walk, walk, walk. Okay? We're going to come back down to cat. And we'll take a couple more cat rolls. This time we're going to add on. But just before we add on, a couple more rolls. Then we're going to go into what I call extended cat wave. Okay, so extended cat wave is when we're going to move our spine in a wave-like motion. Okay, so we're going to come back to a child's pose. Really stretch the lower back open. And then tuck the chin round through. And then we're going to roll into kind of a cobra pose or upward facing dog pose, but we're going to keep our knees down for now. Okay, if we're really doing upward dog, we will lift our knees. But we're going to keep our knees down, and we're just going to roll this back and forth. And I really want you to feel this wave coming in your spine. Round through the upper back. And pull, as if someone's pulling your tail. Really get longer, a little bit longer with each wave. Okay, so the next time we come into this arch, we are going to tuck our toes and come fully into upward facing dog. Okay? So rounding through, tuck the toes, and then lift the knees off the floor. If you'd like to take a little rock here, you can. So don't worry about it if you don't feel like you're very deep. It doesn't matter. We just got our knees off the floor. We're lifted up. Ooh, and then we go right back into downward facing dog. Lower down, bird cat, okay? So we're going to reach the inside arm and the outside leg. Just reach, try to really lift the navel up and hold there. And lower, and other side, bird cat. And lower. Okay, this next move is a core exercise, which I call the bucking bronco. And this is going to utilize, it's a full body exercise, okay? So it's really going to get everything happening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my inside leg, I'm going to step it behind me. So my inside leg is going to cross behind, I'm going to round and lift.
This is the bucking bronco. I'm going to set that knee down and I'm going to kick to the side. So it looks like this. Okay, so this is all going to be on the same side. Lower the knee, kick, cross it behind, round. Okay, so just stay on the same side, try to stay with me, and keep it nice and slow. And you're going to feel so many different little muscles coming into play. So no, this isn't necessarily a yoga pose, but it's prepping us with a lot of important key base movements that are going to enable us to get into some of these very advanced and difficult yoga postures. Or maybe not the very advanced ones, but when you're a beginner, a lot of things feel advanced. Oh my God. So I hope you can feel this building. 2 more. Still on the inside leg. Last one. Woo. Okay, come on back, child's pose. Roll through. And before we do the other side, we're going to take a lunge. So the same leg, okay, I'm still on my inside leg. I'm going to step that forward. I'm going to come up into this raised lunge. Beautiful. And then coming back. Okay, other side. So now I'm going to use my outside leg. My leg that's farthest from the device is going to be my working leg. So I'm going to take that outside leg, I'm going to cross it behind, round my back, lift, there's the bronco, and then kick side. Just working at your own pace. I hope you feel this. I feel so many different muscles, especially in my core, working. And my shoulders. Oh my. 2 more. Last one. Great. Child pose. And then round it through, we're going to step that outside leg into a lunge. So outside leg steps forward, and come into a raised lunge. Beautiful. Okay, stepping back. And then we'll do this toe stretch, okay? Thai angel. So we're going to sit with our toes tucked, okay? So if this is painful for you, if this feels really tight or really uncomfortable, it actually means that you need this, actually. It's just there's a lot of people get really blocked in their ankles and feet. And this is one of these yogic secrets, that if you can make your feet flexible, feet and ankles flexible, there'll be this reflex action for your entire body. Your entire body will start to open up. So just do your best. People that have been studying with me, they love sitting in this now. At the beginning it was very tight, but you'll be amazed at how quickly they will start to open up. Okay, we're going to do one more dog variation, and then we're going to go back to standing. Okay, so we're going to press back, downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart. Drop the head, and we're going to come into this plank, and then we're going to lift one leg dog, ekapada. Plank, ekapada. So I'm alternating legs on this one. So everything stays straight here. The spine is straight, the legs are straight, the elbows are straight. The shoulders are going to come just slightly up beyond the hands. Keep going. And you should, if you can get your leg up there, it'll give you a nice release with your lower back. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Lower down. Child pose. And in this child pose, you can roll your wrists. Other way. Great. Okay, we'll do a couple stretches here before we stand up. So we'll do some thread the needle, okay? So I'm going to take my outside hand, I'm going to stretch it way up to the sky, and then I'm going to thread through. And I'm going to take my head down, and I'm getting a stretch on my outer shoulder and across my back. Even on my neck. Bring it up. Other side, thread the needle. So reach up high and then thread through. Great, bring it up. Okay, one more. This is the half camel. Okay, so we'll be standing on our knees, and we're going to windmill one arm, my inside arm, up and over, and I'm just going to reach back. If I can touch my heel, I'm going to touch my heel. I'm going to press my sacrum forward. My other hand goes straight up in the air. This is a half camel. You don't have to go deep. You could have your hand on a block if you need it. Windmill it back, and on the other side. Up and over. Woo, beautiful. Okay, back to the angel. And then we're going to come up onto the toes. Okay, a little balance. And pressing up to standing. Feet apart. Okay, this is an abdominal movement. Okay, standing abs. So what I want you to do is take your navel and draw it back and attach it to your spine, okay? And we're just going to lift one leg at a time. But really try to hold the integrity of the navel to the spine. Ooh, you'll feel it start to heat up a little bit. Last one. Great. Okay, standing with the toes apart, we're going to take it down into a squat, okay? So reaching up. Now, if you have difficulty squatting, you can grab a chair or something for support. Okay, otherwise we're going to go all the way down. If you can't squat, then go to wherever you can and just pause for a second. And so just knowing that squatting is a basic preparatory practice for any of the yoga asanas. So this is why with my students I always work the squat very thoroughly at the beginning, because if you can't squat, then you're not going to get very far in the other asanas. Okay, so coming up, pressing down, hands back, and again. So hold tight with your navel. Two more. Last one. Okay, feet apart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more round. Cross. And leave. So the squat's going to require a flexible ankle, flexible hips, nice long lower back. And if you can do the squat, it really will correct a lot of back pain or other issues that you might have. Woo! Two more. Last one. When I say last one, it's like there's several. There's last set. Okay, reaching up, toes apart. Exhale all the way into the squat. Great. Okay, moving on. We're going to do a twist. So we're going to reach over with my left hand here. I'm going to reach over to my right ankle. And this right hand's going to come behind. I'm going to turn. Taking a twist. And then once I feel like I'm twisted, I'm going to extend that arm. Great. Bring it down. Other side. We're going to go to sitting after this. Hand behind. Turn. Extend. Beautiful. Ooh, coming down. So hands behind. These legs are going to go wide. This is called Upavista Konasana. And how I like to work is I like to work dynamic to static. Okay? So when we work dynamic, we get everything moving and then we fix the energy. Okay? So arms out, feet out, palms of the hands up, and we're going to start to make these kind of little windmills. With the pinky finger, we're going to cut. So we're making these like little cuts. And if you're doing this right, you're going to feel this all through your core. The core abdominals really come into play here. Great, two more. And we'll come forward. So this is where we're going to fix it. Okay? So any amount that you can come forward in this wide forward bend, or in this Upadisto Konasana, okay? Now ultimately it's going to come all the way down. But I realize you might not be there. So you just come wherever you can. So a lot of people like to support themselves with a block or a pillow, bolster, just something that they can put underneath their belly to rest on. And that is totally a really good way to work. But ultimately, if you practice, it will go all the way down. Okay, so you want to, at this stage, you want to keep your knees rolling so they're facing straight up towards the ceiling. Okay, your feet can be flexed, just mildly active. Great, hands under the shoulders, pressing up. Do another dynamic movement. Okay, as far as I know, this is called 90-90. Okay, so our feet, our legs are going to make this really nice shape. Looks like a kind of a swastika shape. So it's like two right angles. Okay, and then we're going to make a turn. And so we're not going to go to the floor yet. We're just going to twist. And I'm going to look behind me. I'm going to see if I can see this back foot. And then I'm going to switch it. I'm going to see if I can see this foot over my shoulder. Should feel really nice on your lower back. A really nice spiraling twist. And then the next one, we're going to take it down. We're going to take our head all the way down. So just let your forehead just touch. Careful not to bang your head. You can take your forehead, touch the floor, and coming up. Two more. Last one. Ooh. Okay, we'll come to sit in Konasana. Sitting up nice and tall. Great. And then just turning to the side if you have your mat like mine, okay? We're going to do some twists. So we're going to pull, this is called Marichyasana number 3. We're going to pull that inside leg up. And we're going to inhale, we're going to reach up with that outside arm. And we're going to see if we can take this elbow over to the inside of the leg. Now if that's difficult, go ahead and grab around the outside, which is totally fine. But if you're able to get it on the inside, it's a little bit deeper. And we'll make this little chin mudra and just lift the chest and breathe. Wonderful. unwind, counter pose, hands come behind. We're going to lift off any amount, lower. Changing sides. Okay, so the arm's either going to go around the outside or it's going to come to the inside. Come to the inside, you make your little mudra. Or just grabbing on the outside is also fine. They're different. They're different. So whatever one that your body wants, do that one. Amazing. Unwind. And lift. And lower. Great. One more asana, and then we'll go into relaxation, okay? So you're doing amazing, so thank you so much for staying with me this long. Okay, so our inside leg is going to go into Baddha Konasana. This posture is called Janu Shirshasana, which just means head to knee pose. So my outside leg's in this Baddha Konasana, and I'm going to take that arm, and I like to do 3, and then on the third one I stay. So I'm going to reach, and I'm going to fold over this leg. But if it doesn't go very far, if it doesn't go all the way, I'm not going to worry about it, because I'm going to open out, and I'm going to come over again. Number 2. Inhale. And this one I'm going to stay all the way over. Janu Shirshasana number 1. So what I want to do is I want to, if I can take my navel and try to track my navel over my front leg, over my extended leg. That's what I really want, the alignment that I'm going for. I don't want to be kind of like this, up like this. I want to really bring that navel over the leg, or as much as possible. I know it's not going to track completely. Beautiful. Inhale. These forward bends make your mind real quiet. Okay, so we're going to take a counter pose for this one. It's kind of pretty. Just bring your hand back, and then we're just going to kind of come up like this. Woo! Stretch. Great. And then change your legs. Okay, outside leg. Come in Baddha Konasana. Inhale. Remember, we're going to do 3. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Third one, we're going to stay. Exhale. Okay, forehead to shin or knee, whatever you can. If you can't go up through all the way down, you can support yourself with a block, a cushion, bolster, pillow. Whew. Because if you're resting, then you're more likely to be relaxed. And it's in the relaxation that the chi will flow, the prana. I use those terms interchangeably, chi and prana. They point roughly to the same thing. They're just different traditions. One's the Chinese, one's the Indian. Beautiful. Inhale, coming up. We'll take our counter pose. So my hand's going to come behind and reach. done so amazing. Okay, so we're ready. We're going to go into relaxation now. So we're just going to take our palms of our hands together. We're going to roll down one vertebra at a time to a lying down position. Now before we go into Shavasana, you can do any twist you want, okay? Just, I like to do this little kind of dynamic thing. But whatever kind of twist, a one-legged twist, just whatever your body needs right here. This is a really kind of classical twist that's always done. Oh, feels so good. And then we'll lie back. Okay, Shavasana, the corpse pose. And so it's important that we not skip this posture. Okay, so please stay in Shavasana. I'm going to sit up because I'm directing the show. Okay, it's important that we don't skip Shavasana because it's in this posture where we can assimilate and digest all this energy. We've really kind of moved around our energy a lot. Everything is flowing in a different way, in a more coherent way. This is where you can really assimilate that flow and make it your own. And it will transform your body. If you close your eyes, you tune into the inside, you feel a flow. That flow is the transformational energy that's going to be building your new upgraded body and mind. So please stay in Shavasana for as long as you need, and I'm going to end the video here. And I thank you so much for watching today.